this is the end of human history, the end of human-dominated history. History will continue with somebody else in control. In 5 years, there'll be a technology that can make decisions independently and that can create new ideas independently. Maybe they'll be nice. It's basically like, it's just as an analogy, yes? Just imagine that somebody tells us that there is an invasion fleet coming from another planet with highly intelligent beings. They'll be here, let's say, in 5 years. They will take over. They can cure cancer. They can solve climate change. They can create new kinds of music. Maybe they'll be good for us. Who knows? We will still be very concerned about losing control. Well, this invasion fleet is indeed on the way, but not from another planet, but from California and China and the laboratories. They're already here, and they are taking control of more and more parts of the financial system, the cultural system of the world.
Well, I wanted to start today's broadcast off with that eerie clip of Yuval Noah Harari, and he is the leading advisor, or one of the leading advisors to the World Economic Forum's Klaus Schwab, in which he literally says in his out loud voice that the end of humanity is nigh, that the end of history is right here. We're headed in that direction. We're nearly there. And that in our place, something else will be in control. It won't be humans. It won't be us. But something else is going to take over and take control. And we won't like it very much, but maybe they can cure cancer or heal the world or fill in the blank. But he's talking about AI technology and how that is the end of mankind. And it's downright terrifying, especially when you consider who is creating this monstrous technology and what the capability of such technology can do. Now, as a Christian, I want to state that the Bible says, a lot about technology exploding in the latter days. And it also talks about that one day during the end times, spoken of in Bible prophecy, all nations, tribes, and tongues will serve one person, and that would be the Antichrist. And the Antichrist and his false prophet are going to come in and create an image, and this image will cause everyone will worship this image, and this image can basically watch and spy on you and do all the things that, say, our typical phone can do. It's like a little surveillance statue, if you will, in your own home. And not to mention the fact that eventually they want to put a microchip implant in your forehead or in your right hand, and that will be linked to everything: your finances, your health, your social score, whether or not you're a good little communist girl or boy, and whether or not you follow the dictates of the international new body. This is what's spoken of in the Bible prophecy. And I believe, there's so much going on out there, but what Yuval Noah Harari is saying is absolutely I believe that we are honestly headed. And it's terrifying. Now, this week, I want to encourage you guys to really watch my videos all week this week. I'm really going to be focusing on technology and what's out there, and it's chilling to the core. Not to mention, all these agendas and plans that are in place by this World Economic Forum and the United Nations. And you're really going to want to see these, everything from maps of the New World Order and stuff that you really may not have heard about. But continue to watch all week. But the truth of the matter is, he's literally telling us he knows that humanity is going to eventually end, and he knows who will take over. And what makes this even more chilling is the fact that those who are controlling these so-called AIs or programming them are the likes of your types like Klaus Schwab and Yuval Harari and all of your one top percenters who are implementing ideas such as those pushed by the United Nations, the World Economic Forum, the Council on Foreign Relations, all these bodies where you and I didn't elect anyone into office. They just decided that they were going to go ahead and use their power, influence, and their money to dictate what happens in the future. And this is why, one of the many reasons why I'm so against CBDC, the central bank digital currency, because this could very well usher in what they're trying to accomplish. And here's an article, by the way, I want to show you. And I don't care for Vanity Fair as far as a news source, but this is an interesting article. And here it is. Artificial intelligence may be humanity's most ingenious invention and its very last invention. It goes on to say that technology, talking about artificial intelligence all over the world, could cause the world's problems, or could solve all of the world's problems, or it could destroy every single human on the planet with just a snap of a finger, or both. Machines that will potentially answer all of our unanswerable questions. Are we alone in the universe? What is consciousness? Why are we here? Thinking machines that could cure cancer and allow us to live until we're 150 years old, maybe even 200. Machines that some estimate could take over up to 30% of all of our jobs within the next decade, from stock traders to truck drivers to accountants and telemarketers, lawyers, bookkeepers, and all things creatives, actors, writers, musicians, painters, something that will go to war for and likely against us. That is artificial intelligence. So they have a lot of questions there about what artificial intelligence can and can't offer. But the truth of the matter is, could it potentially do some of that? Absolutely. It could destroy worlds. It could, usher in new stuff. And I think that's why we have to be really, really careful and have some kind of system in place when it comes to AI. Now, unfortunately, I don't see that happening. I don't see the world coming together to all agree on what technology they're going to put forward. What I do, unfortunately, seeing is everybody having a race to see who gets the most technology, advanced AI in the known universe, right? At least here on planet Earth anyway. In fact, many people have also been warning of this kind of destruction, Elon Musk being one of those. And this is just a reminder for some of you, independent.co.uk, Elon Musk warns of civilization risk posed by AI. And he also said, along with other people, they signed an open letter warning of this, an open letter signed by Musk and AI experts warned out of control AI race with potential risk to humanity. And it talks about some of the points there. So they have constantly been warning about it. In fact, there's technology that is downright creepy, like this one. And this goes back to 2013, by the way. NIH study sheds light on how to reset the addicted brain. In fact, that's just a study that was put out. But now they even have technology out in which they're literally talking about messing with the brain to combat things such as addiction. Now, who doesn't want to, everybody wants to combat addiction. I mean, great if we can solve it. But we really have to weigh what comes with solving that problem. And therein lies everything. But I thought this was a powerful report to share with you guys because I really want to hone in on what he's saying, because it's one of the first times in which they actually said humanity will eventually end. Someone else will seize control, and that's going to be AI. But behind the scenes, they are going to be pulling the shots and controlling the AI. And I think that's one of the most powerful points that I can make, and why I think that they're really pushing this technology, like the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, and all of them want this technology full-fledged, because it could really even take over entire governments, so to speak. And that's exactly what Yabar is saying there. He's saying, look, humanity won't be in control. It will be AI. And there's even movies about AI ruling the world, and people coming from the future, and they listen to this AI god. I forget the name of the series, but there is a series out there about that exactly. And this is what they want. And they eventually want to do transhumanism, where they themselves, their consciousness anyway, is transferred into these AI tech robots. The repercussions on that, nobody really knows, but it's downright terrifying other than what the Bible tells us. Anyhow, wanted to bring that to all of you guys. If you really want the nitty-gritty of what's going on, you're not getting the full picture. You need to sign up for restrictedrepublic.com, and right now you can get it for $5 per month. Use the coupon code Lisa and the number 5, Lisa and the number 5, and you can get it for $5 per month. But I've got bombshell information on there that you are not getting anywhere else. And by the way, this is less than the price of a cup of coffee. And I know I say that often, but really it's one way to support what we're doing and just, keep us on air so we can continue to unbrainwash society. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I love all of you. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.